Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम
Hare Krishna everyone. So today is the 24th of April. It is Monday. Vaishaka Masa or Madhusudana Masa, Sukla Paksham and Panchami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami has been narrating, and we have been hearing about how Parikshit powerful he was. So in such a, the Brahmanas are glorifying by looking at his horoscope to please Yudhishthira. So we have been discussing Dhanvinam Agrineresha Tulyasha Arjunayoho Dvayoho Hutasha Eva Durdarshaha Samudra Eva Dustaraha. So he is the in the bowmanship, so he is as powerful as Arjuna. So there are two Arjunas, one is Pandava Arjuna, another one is the Kartavirya Arjuna. He is just like a both Arjunas. And also Hutasheva Durdarshaha, and he is very powerful, irresistible like a fire. Hutasha like a fire, Durdarshaha. Samudra Eva Dustaraha, and he is unsurpassable like a ocean. So within that purport, so just once again the translation for this verse is, among us great bowmen, so this child will be as good as Arjuna. He will be as irresistible as fire and as unsurpassable as the weapon. We shall continue with the rest of the purport about Pandava Arjuna. So yesterday we have been discussing until Arjuna went to heavenly planets, where Urvasi came to Arjuna, and he just politely did not accept her desire. And then disappointed, Urvasi cursed Arjuna and left. In the heavenly planet, he also met the great celebrated ascetic Lomusa Rishi and prayed to him for the protection of Maharaja Yudhishthira. So the rest of the purport is Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When his inimical cousin Duryodhana was under the clutches of the Gandharvas, Arjuna wanted to save him and requested the Gandharvas to release Duryodhana, but the Gandharvas refused, and thus Arjuna fought with them and got Duryodhana released. When all the Pandavas lived incognito, he presented himself in the court of King Virata as a eunuch and was employed as the musical teacher of Uttara, his future daughter-in-law, and was known in the Virata court as the Bruhannala. As Bruhannala, Arjuna fought on behalf of Uttara, the son of King Virata and brother of Uttara, and thus defeated the Kurus in the fight incognito. His secret weapons were safely kept in the custody of a Somi tree, and he ordered Uttara to get them back, and his identity and his brother's identity were later on disclosed to Uttara. Dronacharya was informed of Arjuna's presence in the fight of the Kurus and the Viratas. Later on, the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna killed many great generals like Karna and others. After the battle of Kurukshetra, Arjuna punished Ashwadhama, who had killed all the 5 sons of Draupadi. Then all the brothers went to Bhishma Deva. It is due to Arjuna only that the great philosophical discourses of the Bhagavad Gita were again spoken by the Lord on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. His wonderful acts on the battlefield of Kurukshetra are vividly described in the Mahabharata. Arjuna was defeated, however, by his son Babruwahana at Manipura and fell unconscious when Ulupi saved him. After the disappearance of Lord Krishna, the message was brought by Arjuna to Maharaj Yudhishthira. Again, Arjuna visited Dwaraka, and all the widow wives of Lord Krishna lamented before him. He took them all in the presence of Vasudeva and pacified all of them. Later on, when Vasudeva passed away, he performed his funeral ceremony in the absence of Krishna. While Arjuna was taking all the wives of Krishna to Indraprastha, he was attacked on the way, and he could not protect the ladies in his custody. At last, advised by Vyasadeva, all the brothers headed for Mahaprasthana. On the way, at the request of his brother, he gave up all the important weapons as useless, and he dropped them all in the water. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is very long purport. So Prabhupada has explained about Arjuna's pastimes very beautifully. So here about the Kartavirya Arjuna, it is not covered or enough description is given here. So Kartavirya Arjuna, he was a great powerful hero, and he is the devotee of Lord Dattatreya. And with the benedictions of Lord Dattatreya, he was powerful, and then he was ruling his country. But so in the past, we have seen when a Kamadhenu was kept with the great ascetics like Vasistha and Jamadagni. So Vishwamitra, once he came to Vasistha and tried to take the Kamadhenu. So there was a fight. Similarly, Vasistha's Kamadhenu and also Vasus also tried to take the Kamadhenu cow from the Vasistha, and they were cursed. And similarly, Jamadagni is once again, he is the great ascetic. He is the father of Parashurama. So Jamadagni he is come in the lineage of Pururava only. So Pururava has got children, Vijaya, Ayu. From the Ayu, all the Pandavas and Kauravas and Krishna, Vrishni family comes. And then Vijaya, under his, there is a Gadi, and then Gadi has got Vishwamitra as son and Satyavati. And Satyavati's child is Jamadagni. Jamadagni's son is Lord Parashurama. So once Jamadagni is having the Kamadhenu, so during that time, Kartavirya Arjuna, so he came to that forest where Jamadagni was meditating, and so he came to his shelter, and Jamadagni treated him nicely with the blessings of Kamadhenu, treated him. But after seeing that opulence, Kartavirya Arjuna also requested that give this cow to me, and he forcibly take that cow with him. So later on, Parashurama, he went there, and then he fought, and then he got the Kamadhenu back. But later on, so during that fight, this Kartavirya Arjuna was killed. And later on, there was once again his children, Kartavirya Arjuna's children, they came and then they killed the Jamadagni when he was meditating. And later on, Parashuram, during that time, Renuka Mata, who is the mother of Parashurama, she called Parashurama a few times. So, but at the last time when the Parashurama heard and came back, by the time all the danger has happened. And for that one, Parashurama has roamed around the world for 21 times. He killed all the Kshatriyas who are not following the religious principles. So that is Kartavirya Arjuna. So Kartavirya Arjuna is the one of the powerful king, and he was a devotee, but he was puffed up with his prowess. And he has got, he is a Sahasrabahu, 1,000 hands. and how powerful the Kartavya Arjuna is. He was very perfect in the bowman. He was able to even capture the Ravanasara with his hands. He was able to stop the flow of the river with his just hands when he was sporting with his queens. And then in the down, when the Ravanasara was just trying to meditate, and he saw that the river was stopped suddenly, because he was, before that Kartavirya Arjuna was stopped with his 1,000 hands. And when Ravanasara went and saw the Kartavirya Arjuna, so he wanted to have a fight. So Kartavirya Arjuna very easily he captured Ravanasara and kept him in his prison. So that powerful Kartavirya Arjuna is. And later on, Ravanasara's grandfather Pulasthya Muni, he came, and then uh, he requested Kartavirya Arjuna to release him. Later on, Ravanasara made friendship with Kartavirya Arjuna. So that is another Arjuna. So within this verse, Tulyasya Arjuna Yoho Dvayoho. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Danvinam Agrineresha Tulyasya Arjuna Yoho Dvayoho Kutasheva Durdarshah Samudraiva Dustaraha. In such a way, Brahmanas are continuously glorifying Parikshit. So that's all from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is a letter to Carl Lynch, July 12th, 1969, Los Angeles. It is a small letter, and the letter is shared. So dear devotees, anyone would like to read this letter? Okay, I shall read it then. Anyone want to read it?
Okay.
Osha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, okay. Dear Karl, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated July 1969, along with your money order for $50. I thank you very much for your contribution towards my book fund. My next publication is going to be Nectar of Devotion and a paperback edition of Teaching of Lord Chaitanya. I thank you very much for your appreciation of your Krishna consciousness movement. Except for the Krishna consciousness movement, any other attempt for spiritual realization, such as drugs, voidness, impersonalism, bodily exercise of hatha yoga, etc. They are all something like unconsciousness under some super intoxicant. Srila Rupa Goswami has given a very nice example in this connection. He says that the conditioned soul remain in the slumber of unconsciousness, just like a patient bitten by a poisonous snake. In India, there is a class of snake charmers and physicians who treat snake-bitten persons with a particular type of jungle herbs. This treatment is to bring the herb near the nostrils of the patient for being smelled, and then the patient comes back to consciousness and find relief from the snake bite effect. In our conditions, like we are bitten by so many types of Maya snakes, and more we are put into unconsciousness of mind without any hope of eternal life. Krishna consciousness is the only hope for such Maya snake bitten bite conditions. So our duty is very responsible. We have to awaken so many snakes bitten patients under the spell of Maya. A sincere soul like you will be a great help in this moment of Krishna consciousness. I am glad that you are reading our Bhagavad Gita as it is and teaching of Lord Chaitanya. You will get much enlightenment from them. Also, you should read back to Godhead and Srimad Bhagavatam, and surely your life will be sublime. In the future, we accept you to be a great preacher of this moment to the world. I am glad to learn that you are coming to San Francisco for the Rath Yatra ceremony, and I am so much obliged to you for contributing each month for the book fund. Thanking you once more, I hope this meets you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, Eshu Bhaktivedanta Swami. Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
You take away points, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhupada is giving a good example about that whoever all the covering for the Maya, and then we are bitten by the Maya. So as when the poisonous snake bitten, and then there is a kind of smells. So the patient been awakened. But now in these things, when you go into Krishna consciousness, then you can be awakened by that. So yes, Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada is giving a good example how to go to Krishna consciousness and then away from the Mayas. Prabhu, that's my takeaway. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, any other comments, dear devotees? And in this letter, so this Maya, it is generally by the Mayavadis, so it is going to give generally they deviate from the actually Krishna consciousness to different way of demigod worship, and then in such a way the actual philosophy is diluted. Sometimes many people will say, I am Hindu. So we are not Hindu. Hindu is a word given by the Muslims, and that is a dress up Muslims dress. Saying that if I say I'm taking the Muslims dress and I'm pretending that I'm a Hindu, or so that is not right. So we are Sanatan Dharma. So we should not accept. And also many people they fall into the Maya. So this is our tradition. This is our festivals, and then try to fulfill their desires and by performing such kind of rituals. So they are falling into Maya. Prasangam Majaram Pasham. So with such kind of Maya, so there are Prabhupada is giving in so different ways. But only Krishna consciousness is the only help for such Maya snake bite condition. We should not be bewildered with so-called Hindus. So we are Krishna conscious devotees. So as pure as Krishna. Okay, so that is my takeaway from this letter. Because I have spoken. So during the work, I have also seen one person is just doing I'm Hindu and comparing different demigods and bringing is diverting everything opposite to the Bhagavad Gita in the name of Hindu. Basically, everything is going on unknowingly to his knowledge. So he is being directed by some Mayavadi guru. So it is in the scriptures. It is said, whoever is doing that, they will be leading to the hell. Okay, so that is my takeaway. Thank you. And from the announcements perspective, so once again, week started. And with regards to the deities fundraise, we have passed 120% of the target amount. It is very good, and still we are opening this one until the 3rd of May for the fundraise, so that devotees could take opportunity to contribute to the Lord. That is from the announcements perspective. And coming Wednesday, once again, Kirtan evening is going to start. And on Saturday, we have got a home program with Antaranga Prabhu. So our Zoom is going to be different for the home programs. So we are going to join all, but the pattern is driven by the Devashish Prabhuji's home according to the schedule. Okay, that's all from the announcements perspective. And dear devotees, if you have got anything to share, kindly share on Krishna consciousness. Okay, if there is nothing, then we shall conclude our regular session. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो वृन्द की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare
Hare Krishna, conscious everyone.
Krishna.